Okay, YouTube. Today we got a really fun team here with some really cool picks, Salamence and Escavalier. This team ended up getting 11th in the last season of the Stadium Ladder, and it should be really fun because it's got a lot of Pokemon I think are really cool. Salamence and Escavalier. Some Pokemon I think did have potential in this format, but I just couldn't build around it. I couldn't figure out a team around it, but this team looks a lot of fun. Like a lot of fun. If you want to try it out, there's a rental code right here, and I'll link the article down below in the description. But otherwise, yeah, as always, if you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. But let's get started and play some games with a Shadow Rider Calyrex team. Incineroar, Rillaboom, Calyrex Shadow Rider, the Urshifu. Don't know if it's going to be water or dark on this team. We have Indeedee and we have Nihilego. So let's see, is my Salamence faster and have Crunch? We do have Crunch. Okay, so if we, that's kind of nice, but there is an Indeedee on this team, so a little bit tricky right here. I have quite a few options. I'd imagine Metal Burst on the Escavalier. Oh, that'd be really fun to use right here, but I don't know if we can get that off. I do like Salamence lead. Salamence is actually pretty good against my opponents most of the team because of the Crunch. I do kind of like Kyogre lead. Kyogre is just really good in general against my opponent's team. And then the remaining Pokemon, I really like Nihilego, but I just don't know what kind of Urshifu that is. Incineroar is also a pretty good option. It's a good swap against a Rillaboom. But I kind of like Rillaboom, and I like my Escavalier actually. Assault-Vest Escavalier does a ton of work against my opponent's team. Just gotta watch out for Incineroar, which I think I could check. If the Urshifu, if it's water Urshifu, which I'm hoping Rillaboom can handle. Yeah, otherwise I think Escavalier looks pretty good right here. So let's try it out and see how it goes. Oh, great. We get to bring Salamence and the Escavalier both in the same matchup. That is pretty fun. Let's see how this is going to go. I don't know what they're going to lead. Indeedee Calyrex, I do have a Rillaboom as a potential option right here. So what are they going to lead here? Indeedee Calyrex. Okay. This is fine. I kind of expected something similar to this. I'm okay with this because I can go out into Rillaboom, I think. Have that grassy terrain up and then get an Origin Pulse off. I don't know if they're going to go for Astral Barrage or Expanding Force right away. They might click Astral Barrage here. If they click Astral Barrage, maybe I have just a safe play. Let's see. Does my Salamence have a spread move? I don't think we probably do. The only spread move we get is like Rock Slide. The Indeedee is confirmed to be slower than my Kyogre, which does make a lot of sense here. Don't know if we're going to see Helping Hand either. We are going to see a Psychic Seed right off the bat. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we have Hurricane and Fire Blast. Not exactly the best moves to have in this situation here. Let's go into Rillaboom and let's go for the Origin Pulse straight off the bat. Try to get as much damage as possible onto these two massive threats right here. So bringing Rillaboom to bring out the grassy terrain to override that psychic terrain that my opponent does have. I'm assuming Helping Hand comes out combined with a Astral Barrage or Expanding Force, but we're gonna see Follow Me, which actually works out. I guess they are scared of potential Crunch, which does make sense here, and it is going to be the Astral Barrage. Okay, so that's okay. I don't really mind that too much as they are going to get a good amount of damage. Oh my lord, they crit my Rillaboom. That's really bad. Why did you crit my Rillaboom? Revenge crits the Calyrex Kyogre, please. That's a really bad crit right there because I needed Grassy Glide pressure at least, but we are able to KO Calyrex. No, actually, no Grassy Glide needed. Okay, that's pretty solid right there. That's really good for me. Okay. I was so scared because I didn't think Origin Pulse would KO potentially. That works out. I thought that was Specs for a second. I'm like, what is that damage? But okay. I have Escavalier that I could bring out, or I could bring out Salamence. Both Pokemon seem right. They have Nihilego. The problem is that they have Urshifu in the back. This is still a little bit of a scary game right here. I think I am going to go out into my Salamence, though. Get an Intimidate off if it is the Water Urshifu. And if it's Rillaboom, I could always just swap into my simple Escavalier that I did bring in. I wonder if the last Pokemon's Incineroar, because Or I think it has to be Urshifu. I feel like Incineroar is pretty rough to bring against my team. That's just my gut feeling, but let's see here. I'm going to Hurricane the Indeedee slot, and I'm going to bring out my Escavalier. They might U-turn. They might Grassy Glide immediately. I'm kind of curious on what they're going to decide in this position. They could go for knockoff, I guess. That's fine too. I really want the big Hurricane damage into the Indeedee right here and bring out that Escavalier for the big jousting pressure that I do have. Okay, so Kyogre switches out. We do bring out the Escavalier. Phenomenal Pokemon to have here. Unless the Mystical Fire from Indeedee, which is okay here. Ooh, we're going to see the swap from the Indeedee. Incineroar comes out. Okay. So Salamence kind of walls their team. So they're preserving the Indeedee because it's their only way of actually doing damage to my team. All right, that's interesting here. And Grassy Glide is going to come out into Kyogre, which makes sense. If I Origin Pulse in that position, it is terrible for them. I am able to get a Hurricane off into the Incineroar slot. And it does a pretty solid amount of damage to the Incineroar. We're going to heal with a bit of grassy terrain on both sides. This is not bad because Escavalier should lift Flare Blitz relatively easily from my opponent. It's a big question of what are they going to go for afterward. I think I want a Hurricane to Rillaboom. I kind of want a Metal Burst. Oh, I want a Metal Burst so badly because I don't know if they fake out or they go for hard Flare Blitz here. Maybe it's just better to go for the Mega Horn into the Rillaboom. Yeah, I think it's better to just go for the Mega Horn damage into Rillaboom. They're going to swap here. That's probably Indeedee, which I think is fine here. I don't know if they're going to Parting Shot or if they're going to Flare Blitz right here. I'm hoping Hurricane can pick up a knockout on Indeedee. It'd be really nice if we are able to. If we don't, it's a little bit strange, but should still be very doable. Let's see. Hurricane going to come out here because the big damage on the Indeedee. Very nice. We are able to knock out Indeedee. Okay. So I'm assuming since they didn't click fake out, they're going to go for Flare Blitz. Oh, Parting Shot. Oh, that's perfect. Even if my Escavalier is at -2, big Mega Horn off into Rillaboom, and that's a really nice Mega Horn to hit. So Incineroar goes bye-bye. This is going to be the Rillaboom, and it's switching in to Mega Horn. Hit the Mega Horn. Well, we're -2. We're not going to KO, but it puts in range of Hurricane, and that's absolutely huge, especially if that's the Assault Vest Rillaboom, which is going to be able to live a Hurricane. We do hit the big Mega Horn. Okay. How much damage it does? Pretty good amount. That's a pretty solid amount right there. Now I could go for Hurricane. Mega Horn sounds pretty good to me into the Rillaboom slot. It does get me a win here. Yeah, I would say it probably gets me a win here. I just don't think they have anything that beats Salamence plus Escavalier. I don't think I can get the Metal Burst off because I actually don't even know if they go for the Flare Blitz attempt here. I think they go for the miss. I'm pretty sure they're going to like double up my Salamence somehow and hope for like a miss. That's probably what I would expect here. Fake out combination Salamence, hope for a miss. And also they stall at the rain turns, but they're going to forfeit actually because they can't really beat Salamence, which I do respect there. And oh man, I thought the crit was so bad, but I didn't realize Origin Pulse actually just KO'd the Calyrex, and that's amazing because KOing Calyrex straight away. That damage output against my Salamence was basically just gone to get at that point, especially since they brought in Rillaboom afterward. Surprised they didn't bring in Urshifu. I don't know which Urshifu it was. Water or Dark would have been really good, I think, in the back. Maybe it was Water, and that means my opponent was just even weaker to Salamence, so maybe that was their thought process. Salamence and Escavalier are doing a ton of work already. You love to see it in the first battle. Today's video is brought to you by Keeper Security. With all the recent hacks, including Facebook, Instagram shutting down, including Twitch being hacked, now is the best time more than ever to protect yourself from these cybersecurity threats by keeping your passwords safe. Try out Keeper Security down below in the description with the link and using the code BEASTCOAST to get 30% off your first purchase. All right, looks like we got the standard Kyogre team, the Tornadus, the Kyogre, Shedinja, Incineroar, Serena, and the Regieleki. I actually have no idea. I remember this team being very common at the beginning of the format. It won a major online event, or one of the biggest ones in the early format, although they keep changing it. The original had Mystic Water on Kyogre, and I think it was Specs Eleki. Oh, I don't know why I had a hiccup right there. Let's see what I want to go here though, because opposing Kyogre is actually pretty scary as well. Does my Rillaboom have 2 grass moves? It does have Wood Hammer, which is good here. How fast am I actually? How fast am I? I'm very fast. Wow. That's really fast. Okay. I do like Raichu here. Raichu is actually pretty solid against my opponent's team with the Electro pressure, and I do kind of like that option. I think I'm going to go Raichu plus the Rillaboom lead. I actually think that's a really strong option right here. I think damage-wise, it does great. And then back Pokemon, I'm thinking like Kyogre plus Salamence. I like Kyogre's damage output, of course, against the Incineroar. Although maybe it's not necessary because like Kyogre does not do much in this matchup other than Incineroar, which isn't great here. Although it can pressure Torn, which is kind of nice as well. And Nuzzle setups can be a thing. So you know what? I'll bring it. I was almost thinking about not bringing Kyogre. There are some matchups where depending on your Kyogre team, you might actually not bring your own Kyogre if it's not really strong, especially like against double grass, unless you don't have an Incineroar answer. So there are just some Kyogre matchups you actually just don't bring Kyogre, and I have found myself in that position multiple times, but I think I can make it work. We're going to see Tornadus Kyogre lead. Okay, makes sense. As I am going to lead my Rillaboom plus my Raichu here. Pretty good position turn one right off the bat right here, as I should be able to go for a... I want to go for a Nuzzle in the Torn, and I want to go for a Protect with Rillaboom, I think if you're my opponent, you probably swap out the Kyogre right here. So yeah, I'm going to Electroweb. I don't have Protect. I guess I could U-turn. I'm just taking so much damage from Hurricane, but I don't have a safe switch either. So I am just gonna go for the Electroweb and the U-turn, I think. I do think Kyogre swaps here. Yeah, we are going to see the swap. Makes a lot of sense here. Serena probably coming out to prevent any priority. Yep. You play Kyogre team so much, you realize what they want to do here. So I am able to get Electroweb off. The Torrent's slower. All right, I think they run Modest on this team. That actually works out in my favor, because getting the U-turn off into Serena while keeping Rillaboom healthy just works out so much in my favor. Then I can bring in Kyogre to take the Hurricane, or I could pivot into Salamence. I'd rather go Kyogre first and then bring out Salamence. Make them think they can maybe get a grass move off, because I like that better. I don't have Nuzzle. Wait, do I have Nuzzle? No, I don't have Nuzzle. I have Faint, which is a little bit disappointing. I don't think Kyogre's health matters at all in this matchup, so I'm just going to bring out the Kyogre here. Icy Wind is fine. Raichu Avoids, which is actually pretty nice here. I don't mind that at all. So good thing I did not go Salamence. If I went Salamence there, oh boy, that would have been dead. Okay. So they go for Icy Wind here, which is fine. The Life Orb damage is really adding up to them. And this upcoming turn, I don't know if they glide. That's the problem. I can't really tell, and I have no idea what the Torrent's going to go for. Probably goes for Tailwind this turn. I'm going to Volt Switch the Torrent slot, and I'm actually going to swap into Salamence, I think. And I really do like that option. Yeah, because I should be able to knock out the Torrent slot with Volt Switch this upcoming turn. I'm assuming the Torrent's going to be Hurricane, Icy Wind, Tailwind, maybe Protect. I'd say Taunt or Rain Dance is more likely. So I'm going to go into Salamence, get Intimidate off into Serena, and Volt Switch out to give me positioning. And we'll see what they go for. I think this is just a very safe swap play in general. They are going to go for a Last Ditch Tailwind. I could have went for Electroweb. I don't think it really matters too much here, because I think I would outspeed Serena anyway. And I do want to have my Righteous Focus Sash. So we are going to be able to eliminate the Torn, which is beautiful. And what I want to do here, probably go Rillaboom, I'd imagine, because I don't want Kyogre to take a potential Power Whip. So yeah, we are going to go Rillaboom here. Let's see what they decide to go for. I really don't think you click Triple Axle in that slot. If you do, really bad for me, but we'll find out. They did. Okay. I do have Berry. Oh, that's not a good Triple Axle right there. Okay. Ooh, good Triple Axle on their part. I was really expecting a Power Whip or something, or a U-turn. That doesn't work out for me. We're gonna see the Kyogre come back in. That's fine. I don't have Protect. No Protect is kind of bad here. I think I can make this work though. I think I'm just gonna Wood Hammer the Kyogre and go for a... Does that work actually? I have no idea if that works. No, I don't think that works, because if they have Ice Beam on the Kyogre and they go for Ice Beam into my Rillaboom slot, that's really bad. I gotta play around this. I think what I do is I go into Kyogre here for the Rillaboom slot on the Ice moves and go Raichu. And then try to position myself this way, maybe stall out the Tailwind. Okay, that Triple Axle was really bad. Put me on the back end. We'll bring in the Raichu here. I wish we had Nuzzle. Nuzzle would have been great to click on the Serena. But, okay. Gotta play what we have. It is Ice Beam coming out into the Rillaboom. Yep, makes sense. They might have doubled it up with a Triple Axle slot. I don't think you can risk Kyogre ever. Yeah, they went for U-turn. Okay, that's perfect. So this is a really good position, because next turn I could actually maybe force a Fake Out, or they bring out Serena, and that's actually huge. If I can pin the Serena slot with an Ice Beam catch, that would be really nice here. We're going to see the Incineroar come in, which is completely okay. I really want to click Fake Out into the Kyogre slot, and I really want to click Ice Beam into the Incineroar slot, because I think Serena swaps here which isn't really that bad for me. Like this turn's pretty good as long as I don't get KO'd, because there's only 2 turns of Tailwind left. So I'm gonna fire off an Ice Beam in the Incineroar slot, and I'm gonna click a Fake Out into the Kyogre slot. If Serena comes in for the Incineroar slot, Kyogre goes for an attack here. Can't knock either of my Pokemon out because I have a Sash on Raichu, and Kyogre's just naturally bulky. And if they stay in with Incineroar, then Kyogre basically just takes a Fake Out and then basically wastes a turn for my opponent. They could switch out Kyogre for Serena, but I think that's fine as well. And they are going to do that. Okay, that's fine. I really don't mind this position at all. Unfortunately, I can't tell what kind of Kyogre they are, though. That's the only concern I have. Fake Out goes out into that slot. They have to Parting Shot here, right? Okay, they Fake Out. That's fine, too. I'm kind of surprised about that because I feel like Salamence is a really obvious play there, but it ends up working out in my favor. Yeah, that really ends up working out in my favor. I can just Protect here. Ooh, I don't want Raichu taking a Volt Switch, or I mean, not Volt Switch. I really don't want to taking a Triple Axle. That's probably coming out that way. I don't know if they're going to Triple Axle slot trying to catch it, so I'm going to Volt Switch out and Protect. I don't think my opponent can knock out the Raichu with the Focus Sash intact. I don't think Triple Axle is that powerful enough. They're going to see Power Whip into the Raichu slot. Good call. That's fine for me. That's fine. I do have that Focus Sash for a reason, and I should be faster than the Incineroar, as we saw the previous turn. Volt Switch goes out. That is 100% Assault Vest. Okay. We go out into our Salamence. We also confirm the move. We confirm the item on the Serena being the Assault Vest, and we confirm that it has Power Whip. So I'd say it's unlikely to have Grassy Glide. It can, but it's unlikely. Also, I think Grassy Glide might run out either this turn or next turn. It might be this turn. They go for Flare Blitz, double up in the Raichu. Okay, that's beautiful, actually. That's amazing for me. Okay. No burn. Okay. Just the residual damage would be annoying. The rain stops though, so my Hurricane's not exactly accurate here. And if I swap Kyogre, I do get knocked out and punished here. Am I willing to risk it right here? Am I willing to risk it? The Tailwind does peter out and the grassy terrain is back to normal. Kyogre might live. We look like a decently bulky variant of Kyogre, but what's my speed like? My speed is okay. It depends on the Serena set immensely here. But I think I'm willing to risk going for Origin Pulse and Hurricane as inaccurate moves. The reason is, I think if they swap into Kyogre, I get a big amount of damage with Hurricane and an accuracy catch. So I either get the Serena or the Incineroar, I think. And either trade, I think, is fine here. We are able to hit the Hurricane. Beautiful. Into the Serena. Picks up the knockout. And if we just knock out the Incineroar, we do win the game. Crit on the Serena. Might have mattered for the KO and the Hurricane, but as long as Origin Pulse connected, I think I was just good for this entire set. So Origin Pulse is going to come out. Takes up the knockout on Incineroar. Beautiful. And now it's a 4v1 situation, and I have a Rillaboom and a Raichu in the back. So it's looking pretty solid right here for us to take the game. We're going to see Kyogre come in, and yeah. Beautiful. I think the only turn that screwed me over was that triple axle play, but I don't really think I had a super safe switch in that position. But it ended up working out, and hitting the Hurricane was beautiful. I didn't even think I had to hit the Hurricane there. I think as long as I hit the Origin Pulse on Incineroar and the Kyogre is able to get the Origin Pulse off of Incineroar, I think I'd win regardless. It's actually Scarf Kyogre. We confirmed the item here. Okay. Locks itself in a Water Spout. All right. We are able to get a Hurricane off in a Kyogre. That means Grass Glide just does win the game here at this point. Unnecessary confusion, but we'll take it. And Origin Pulse does finish off the Kyogre right here. Goodbye. Oh, wait. It's not going to finish off Kyogre. What am I saying? I'm finishing off next turn. And I don't think I'm losing a single Pokemon. I don't think they can KO me with Water Spout here. Yeah, I don't think they can KO me with Water Spout at all. Oh, man. Team is doing well. And I mean really well. Yeah. It's doing fantastic. Salamence doing well. Escavalier doing well. It's going great. I am surprised about how well this team is performing right now. But let's see what their sets were. Life Orb on the Torn. I guess we could confirm the Serena speed stat, which is important. The Timid, Scarf Kyogre, the Focus Sash Shedinja, the thing. Okay, yeah. As we can tell by the speed stat, it's 95. This means it has basically no speed investment. That means my Kyogre would have outsped. As long as I think I hit the Origin Pulse off of the Incineroar, whether Serena went for the triple axle damage in the Salamence or went for the Power Whip into the Kyogre, as long as I got that damage, I think I was able to set up a win con. I'm pretty sure there might be some factors with Scarf Kyogre. Assuming no crits, I should have had the game, but that's just how rain goes sometimes. We have these inaccurate moves like Thunder and Hurricane and Origin Pulse, and sometimes you just gotta hit them, you know? Sometimes you just gotta hit them. All right, a Xerneas team with Xerneas yeah, there is an Incineroar. I was about to say Amoonguss, Urshifu, Volcarona, Rillaboom. Looks like pretty much your standard Xerneas team for the most part. Escavalier looks amazing here. If I can get up an Escavalier win, would be nice. There is double fire though, but we do have a Kyogre. Salamence is also very good in this matchup. I don't think we're gonna outspeed Scarf Urshifu though, which is very unfortunate. I think it depends on their investment. What do I like here? I definitely like Kyogre. Kyogre Raichu isn't bad here. I really like the power of Escavalier though. I like Incineroar actually, or not Incineroar, the Salamence lead, because I like the Hurricane threat into Urshifu if that leads. I think I'm gonna lead Salamence plus Escavalier. It's a really weird lead, but it might actually end up working out in my favor. No, I think Kyogre, I think Raichu actually. I think having the fake out pressure is nice. Having Salamence and then Escavalier in the back. No Rillaboom though. I don't know. It's just like, I'm not sure what to bring against this team. There are so many options I think I could do here. I know I want Escavalier. I know I want Kyogre. And I know I want Salamence. But my last Pokemon, this wasn't sure. I feel like with what I'm bringing, I feel like the Fake Out lead, the Pressure Xerneas lead is great. But I'm contented on what they lead. Because I don't know if they're leading... I feel like it's Xerneas next to either Urshifu or Fire type. They could lead a Grassmon here though. They have options. Rillaboom plus Volcarona. Did I lead Salamence? I didn't, right? Salamence would have been great lead here. Whatever. I do lead off with the Kyogre plus Raichu. This isn't that bad of a lead position here though. I get a pretty powerful Water Spout right off the bat, and then next turn I can go into Salamence. So I do kind of like that option. So I'm just gonna fire off a Fake Out into the Rillaboom slot and go for a Water Spout. They don't have a safe switch here, and if they stay in with the Volcarona slot, unless it's a Amoonguss coming in, they're pretty much getting screwed here. They also don't know. I don't think they're just gonna protect here. I don't think they're gonna protect. No, they would protect here, I think. I think I say protect is okay. I don't think they would expect me to go for Feint because they could just Grassy Glide my Kyogre. So I'm just going to Fake Out the Rillaboom. Go for the Feint. I mean, go for the Fake Out on the Rillaboom. Go for the Water Spout. Because I think it should just be Volcarona to protect. And the Rillaboom's going to take a lot of damage turn one. This next turn's going to... Ooh, swap here. Amoonguss? Sacking Incineroar is really big here, actually. Sacking Incineroar is absolutely huge. And I don't mind that. All right, we're going to see the Volcarona protect, which is fine. I am going to Fake Out the Incineroar slot and Water Spout. So that's a big Pokemon out of the way here. So goodbye, Incineroar. That's a huge pain for my Escavalier. And no Urshifu or no Xerneas. Either one is huge. No Urshifu means Escavalier's job's a lot easier. If it's no... If it's no Xerneas, that means Salamence basically wins this game, I'd imagine. So this is actually looking pretty good for us. That's a big knockout. I guess they really didn't want to take the damage with the Rillaboom slot, which does make sense. Or maybe they expected Fake Out Ice Beam, which I guess would be... I don't know. I think there's just no reason not to click Water Spout there in that position. I'm going to go Salamence here. It's very safe. And I'm actually going to go for an Electroweb this turn. Because if Volcarona goes for Quiver Dance, I want to make sure that I have faint pressure against the Volcarona for a potential Hydro Pump or Hurricane. If I get rid of Volcarona, I do win the game with my Escavalier, I'd imagine, although it can be a little bit tricky here. We bring out the Salamence for the Intimidate. Okay, let's see what you're going to go for. We're going to see a Electro buff. Okay, we didn't see Grassy Glide, so I'm kind of curious on what move they chose with the Rillaboom. This might be a U-turn off into the Raichu slot, which I think is fine. I do think it's fine. Yeah, they do Quiver Dance here, no surprise. Imagine if we had Rock Slide here. Rock Slide would be cool, but Hurricane will hit hard enough. They do U-turn immediately. Okay. Risky play, but it makes sense. They're really on the back foot, and they do kind of have to make these aggressive plays in order to try and crawl back from this. And they are doing it right because this position is a bit tricky here. This should be Xerneas. Yep. Wonder how fast our Xerneas is compared to my Salamence. I kind of want to Electroweb here in Hurricane. I just don't know which slot. I kind of want to Hurricane the Volcarona slot and just go for an Electroweb. I don't know if they protect here though. That's my only question. But I am just going to go for Electroweb here because I do want to slow down these Pokemon, I think, to try and maybe have Kyogre win. We're going to see Rage Powder. Oh, that's really good for me, actually. Okay. the Rage Power is going to come out. That's beautiful. Because I wanted the initial damage onto Volcarona, and Volcarona gets no chip damage against me. Okay, beautiful. So I'm able to get Electro buff. That's huge for my Kyogre, specifically. The Xerneas, if it only has Moonblast, can't really do too much damage to me. Well, it's going to do a lot, but it can't, like, spread damage off. Because I do have a Focus Sash on the Raichu. So we are going to see the Geomancy come out from the Xerneas. All right. So this is going to get boosted right here. Do they go for sub the next turn? That's my only concern if they sub up next turn. Ooh. Not an over game, I guess. Not an over game. So they're going to heal with Volcarona quite a bit. Unfortunately, I have no idea about the damage output right here. I have no idea if they protect sub. That's a play. I could feint, but the problem is my Salamence. I have no idea how fast their Xerneas on their team. I'd imagine it's probably timid Xerneas that outspeeds my Salamence at +1. So this is a little bit tricky right here. I really want to Electro buff into Xerneas too. That's the problem. I just don't know if they're going to sub or Moonblast here. I think I am going to go for the Hurricane here in the Volcarona though, and I'm going to attempt an Electro Web. I think I don't have much that gets me out of this position. They're going to swap here, which is interesting, in a Rillaboom. Okay. Oh, okay, they don't have sub. Good to know. Ooh, a little bit tricky though. I don't see an out. I do get Electro buff into Xerneas, but unfortunately, I just can't see anything else afterward. I go into Escavalier. Maybe I can catch them with a mistake. I could see them pulling off a mistake and they could lose off that way. I am gonna go Escavalier here. Ah, they don't have subs. I thought this was like the Paul Ruiz exact copy at this point. So this is gonna be awkward because now I can go for Iron Head and Feint, I guess. If I knew it had Gleam, I would have rather went Kyogre than an Electro Web. I think I gotta pray that they don't target the... This might just be fake out Gleam in Escavalier, but they might go greedy here in U-turn. Or protect Xerneas and try to position the Volcarona, which I could see. And if that is the case, I do get a very heavy punish right here. Okay, hold on. Moonblast. Okay, in a Raichu. Not sure why. Okay. They did U-turn. Okay, that's huge. Also, that's not a crit. Oh yeah, Bug doesn't resist Bug. No, Bug doesn't resist Bug. It doesn't. Okay. Volcarona gonna come out. I don't know. There's a Volcarona. Here comes an Iron Head into the Xerneas slot. Can we pick up a knockout into that Xerneas slot? Nope. But that is still really good damage. I wonder who's faster between my Kyogre and the Xerneas, because that is a big question here. I will go for the Origin Pulse. Okay. So you might be wondering, what's the tricky position here? The tricky position is they can also swap out Volcarona back in the Rillaboom, protect the Xerneas here, but I could definitely see that play potentially. I think my best play here to come back in this game is Mega Horn the Volcarona slot and Origin Pulse, because I had to bank on a few things anyway, specifically my Kyogre being faster than the Xerneas now that it's been Electro Webbed, or the Volcarona hopefully as well. Hopefully it's at least faster than the Volcarona. If we're slower than the Xerneas, I think it's manageable. But yeah, I'm going to Origin Pulse Mega Horn, trying to catch a Rillaboom potential swap. We're going to see a Volcarona protect. Okay. That's fine. They are faster. That's a little bit annoying. We're going to see the Moonblast into the Kyogre. We are able to survive. Please hit the Origin Pulse. Please hit the Origin Pulse into the Xerneas. Okay. Still in this. Still in this. Goodbye, Xerneas. Mega Horn into the Volcarona slot. That was to cover if Xerneas protected and a Rillaboom came in. And my opponent expected me to go for an Iron Head into Xerneas and just an Origin Pulse. That way they could get fake out pressure. This is Rillaboom once again. Am I going to risk it all? Am I going to risk it all? Now, the plays I'm seeing here, you obviously can attack the Kyogre, or are you going to go for like Grassy Glide in are you going to Grassy Glide the Kyogre, Fire Move with Volcarona, Or are you going to fake out the Escavalier and double up expecting Kyogre to protect? I think those are your two options. I think my best play is to Metal Burst right here and Origin Pulse. I think it covers whoever, if they attack the Kyogre with Rillaboom and they fire move my Escavalier, or they double up my Escavalier. I think this is the best way to punish this. Let's see. Grassy Glide comes out into Kyogre. Okay. Escavalier, you're Assault Vested in the rain. Please. Please. No! Why'd you Quiver Dance? Oh, that's so tragic, man. I wanted the Metal Burst. Okay, they protect here, knockoff, I'd imagine, if they have knockoff. Oh, that Volcarona's healthy, and I mean healthy. I'm gonna Mega Horn Rillaboom. This should be protect knockoff if the Rillaboom has knockoff. Actually, does the Volcarona have protect? No, we did see protect earlier, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So this should be protect knockoff. Yeah, get rid of my Assault Vest. I don't think we're living a fire move here this upcoming turn. We could Prage, right? Is there anything wrong with Praging? Because I just don't think knockoff crit even knocks out the Volcarona. No way, I think, with that health. Come on, give me the Metal Burst play. Protect Mega Horn could have been a play in the Coyote into the Rillaboom. I think their smartest play is realistically to Quiver Dance again, but they might not want to risk a crit. I don't know. We're just going to go for it. Come on, come on, come on. Please live. You know what? I tried. I'm sorry. You don't get to see the Metal Burst. I thought it would work there. I really didn't expect him to Quiver Dance that one turn. Because if I Mega Horn... actually, Quiver Dance might make sense. It depends on their last move. No. It's Fiery Dance, Rage Powder, Quiver Dance, Protect. It would make more sense to me if it had Struggle Bug. Because do you KO Kyogre if I heal back from the Grassy Terrain? Let's say I protected Kyogre. They Grassy Glide to Protect. They Quiver Dance up. Rain's still up on the field. I don't know if Fiery Dance at +1 from Volcarona would knock out Kyogre. Kyogre is extremely specially defensive. It was a mind game there. I tried, man. I tried to get the Metal Burst so badly, but still good games. I really did enjoy playing with this team. Absolutely a blast. I just wanted the Metal Burst though, man. And that is gonna be the end of today's episode. Oh man, I really wanted the Metal Burst. I really did. Maybe next time, or maybe I have to bring Escavalier in the next series. Let me know in the comments down below. But if you did enjoy this episode, be sure to leave a like down below and leave a comment down below. It really is appreciated. Try out this code. I have no idea how long it will be available for, so make sure you grab it while you can, and I'll list the article in the description down below. And while you're down there, you could also check out my social medias like my Twitter, my Instagram, my Twitch channel, and check out more content from me, such as my other YouTube channels like my new clips channel and my second channel. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch you all later.